That was a really weak hi. Sorry, something was in my throat. Hi. Long time no see. I just went back and checked my videos for this FlossTube channel. And first of all, I couldn't even remember what FlossTube was called. I was calling it StitchTube. And it's been 7 months since I put a video on the YouTube, the FlossTube. It's been 7 months. So I thought I would come on here and tell you what's been going on. I feel like this camera is upside down for some reason. I hope it's not. Okay. I am very bad at doing this. Haven't done it in a while. So, I don't even know where to start because this could be a really, really long video. But first of all, I would just like to say that I have not done hardly any cross stitch since I don't even know when. I worked at I think on one project starting in January and did it for a couple of months. Would that be 7 months ago? I don't even know. Anyway, so to sum it all up, my dad was in an assisted living close to the town that I live in, and he's been there for over a year, and we put him there May of 2024. And as the year has gone by, he has gradually decreased or declined in health. So, but we just didn't know, we didn't know what was gonna happen with him. But he just kept losing weight and just not eating as much. We just saw a gradual decline. Well, he actually ended up passing away on July 13th. But back up a little bit, that on Memorial Day, my mom got sick. All of a sudden, my mom, who has been in fine health, and she actually ended up having a kidney stone that she did not know about, that was trapped under some flap or something. I don't know. There was a UTI or kidney infection that was trapped behind the stone, and it had just been there, just growing and getting worse. And then it just finally went into her bloodstream, and she went septic. She went to septic shock. And this is all on Memorial Day. She woke up Memorial Day morning fine, was complaining a little bit about her back hurting. And then as the day went on, she just started still feeling kind of yucky. So we thought it was a stomach virus. And then that night we were at my house because it was Memorial Day and we were cooking out, and she was supposed to be there, but we told her just to stay at home and just watch tennis because tennis was on. And she sent us a text message that said help. So my sister, who had moved here, we both run outside the house. We thought maybe she fell or something. We get in the car on the way to her house, which is what she was living with my sister at the time. We had just moved her in there. She'd been there for maybe 2 weeks. So we called the ambulance on the way there, and they come and they get her and they take her to the ER, and they're thinking that it's also a stomach virus because there's some sort of gastrointestinal thing going around. And so anyway, it was just a really long night. She ended up, when they got in there, started doing tests on her, they said she had markers for sepsis, and then there was a code blue. It was awful. My sister and I were basically in shock, and they had to do emergency surgery to get the kidney stone out, which they found doing a CT scan. And she was on a ventilator for 11 days in the ICU. Then she was moved to PCU. Then she was moved to med-surg. She was in the hospital here in town for 3 weeks. Was getting better, actually. Her numbers were getting better. Everything was good. They were saying that she was like a miracle. It was all good. And they moved her to a long-term acute care center in Chattanooga to finish out her antibiotics, and then so she could start rehab. And while she was there, she got another like infection, bacteria infection that's kind of similar to MRSA, which is where you get in a hospital setting. It's called VRE, I believe. And she was there for 3 weeks, and they just didn't even know she had it until she got out of there and moved to a rehab place. When she was there at the rehab place in the town close by, and they said something is not right with her. So they sent her to the ER again. There, back into the ICU. She was had sepsis again. And she just couldn't recover. She ended up, I knew I was gonna get upset. I was trying not to get upset about this because I feel guilty about this. But because it was affecting so many other parts of her body, anyway, she started like aspirating, like she was aspirating on liquid. So they said that she couldn't have anything with like all the liquid that she was drinking. She had to mix in some sort of thickening agent or something for her to get down. But they said it was fine to give her food. Well, so I gave her lunch, and I was telling her to eat it all because I thought that she needed her, some nutrients. And it turned out the entire time she was aspirating on just about everything, the food, the liquid, everything. So I feel like I did it to her, which I know I didn't, but it's like a struggle that I'm having. Anyway, so she ended up with aspiration pneumonia, and anyway, they said that she wasn't going to get any better. So she ended up having like cardiopulmonary arrest or something from it, and so she passed away on July 22nd, 9 days after my dad. And we buried my dad one Friday, and then the next Friday we buried her. Anyway, that's why I haven't been on here. But I started going to a grief group, and so I think that will help. I missed like the first 3 sessions, and so I went last night, and they said that tears are a gift from God because it lets it out, and I'm letting it out here. I'm just talking it out, and I might come on here and just talk out stuff because I'm home alone all the time. I'm an empty nester, and my husband's at work, and my sister's in town, but her husband works from home, and she has a high schooler, so she has someone there. I don't even have a pet. So it's kind of, can get kind of sometimes a little lonely, but I try to keep busy doing stuff. But that's why I wanted to come on here, because one of those strange things about grief, and I'm sorry I broke down and cried. I just, I'm having a hard time. But one of the weird things about grief is that I've lost interest in the things that I liked before. I was loving playing pickleball, and I loved to cross stitch. And now I just haven't wanted to do either one of those things. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Why don't I like the things that I used to like? And turns out that's normal. So, and and the thing is I know that there are so many other people who are going through things too. And my parents both had very long, my dad was 88, my mom was 84. We had a great year or half a year with them. My sister and I have really enjoyed the past year and spending as much time as we could with them. But they had long, full lives. And so, I'm happy for them because they're in heaven and they're with Jesus, and it's the way, that it should be. It was all in God's plan. I firmly, truly believe that. That's just hard for me because I'm still here. And my mom was like my best friend. So, it's just, I know it's natural, but I'm just thankful for the time that I did have. But I'm like, I kind of want to get my passions back, my joy, my little happy places. And so I'm trying. It's going to take a little bit of time, I think. But so this is what I'm here to ask of you. I have nothing to show. I'm drinking an Alani, which is brew. Don't be jealous if you can't find it. It's very good. Sorry. I've been doing a lot of crying. It's annoying. I'm sure it's annoying for my husband too. But what I ask of you is that you keep on me to cross stitch. I don't know how I can get the motivation to do it again. I've been doing other things. I think they're simpler things maybe, and don't require as much concentration or thinking, I don't know, or counting. So that's easier for me. Just stay on me and tell me to cross stitch again. Comment on my video, give me some encouraging words, please. One thing that I have done, and I actually started doing this when my mom went to the hospital, is my sister and I started making TikTok videos. So I do have a TikTok channel, is that what you used to say? And so I'm going to link it probably in the description. You can go search for it or something. That would be good. It's just random, a whole bunch of random stuff in there. But that would be great if you would, it seems to be easier for me to do that than making a YouTube video. I don't know why. Maybe because they're short little snippets of things and it's just entertaining to me. And I did it as a distraction. And I actually have my mom in a lot of those, and my dad. I would love for you to go watch them and comment on those videos. I did a lot with my mom in the hospital. They're cute. And then also some on our beach trip that we were able to take with her in the end of April, which I'm so thankful for. It almost didn't happen. I'm so glad it did. Because I had no idea when we took that trip. And you will see videos of it on there, short little snippets. I had no idea that she was going to be gone 3 months from then, or 3 months later. No idea. But I guess that's just the way life works. Anyway, I hope I didn't make you cry. Goodness. But you know what? It feels good to get it out. This is my daily crying session. So, I'm going to try to come back and make more videos, but I just need some encouragement and a little bit of patience. Okay? All right. So, I miss you. I do. You're going to, I might depend on you. just to have someone to talk to, really. Not that I can't talk to my sister and my husband or anything, but sometimes I feel like, I just want to give them a break and or give my husband a break. My sister and I are kind of the same boat, but yeah, just I'm sure he's so sad he has patience. He has patience with me. He's lost both his parents, so he knows, what I'm going through. But I think with me, it's just both of them so close together. Oh my gosh, we went to the cemetery for my dad and on Friday, and then the next Friday we were there with my mom. And when I went by the office to pick up the receipt, as we were leaving, the girl there, she didn't realize that we'd been there for 2 weekends in a row, but she goes, I think, because I was commenting on how nice the weather was. And she goes, yeah, I think it's supposed to be even nicer next weekend. And I was like, I'm not coming back next weekend. I'm sorry. But I mean, I kind of thought it was funny. I laughed, but it was just, I just feel like everything's been so boom, boom, boom quick that anyway, still processing. Okay, this is enough. Y'all are just probably gonna thumbs down this video because it's so depressing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Maybe I'll be a little bit happier. Bye.